When you mentioned Gallup, New Mexico, I thought, well, something happened in Gallup, wow.
A deadly bus crash in New Mexico, and it was scheduled to make a stop in the Coachella Valley. We have up-to-the-minute details and reaction.
New video of a murder suspect leaving the scene of a crime. Why police are asking for the public's help in solving this case.
We're learning more about a murder victim's relationship with his accused killers and how the crime is connected to the 29 Palms Marine Base.
You're watching KESQ, the desert's news leader. This is News Channel 3 at 11.
Good evening, I'm Karen Devine.
And I'm John White. At least 7 people now reported dead tonight, and dozens are being treated at hospitals in New Mexico in this horrific crash. The wreckage showing just how strong the impact was when a semi-truck hit a Greyhound bus head-on this afternoon. That bus was scheduled to stop here in the valley tonight. We first brought you live breaking news coverage on this crash on News Channel 3 Live at 5 tonight. News Channel 3's Lauren Coronado is live in India with new details on the crash and reaction from Valley locals who often ride Greyhound. Lauren.
Yeah, that bus was actually expected to stop right here at the Indio Greyhound station about an hour ago. Unfortunately, those passengers' journey was cut short to that horrific accident.
The bus was coming westbound in the westbound lane. Truck was going eastbound in the eastbound lane.
49 on board, multiple killed, and nearly all others rushed to nearby hospitals. Drivers capturing the horrific scene.
Oh God, that was a woman. God bless them.
Debris scattered all over the I-40 between Gallup and Granson, New Mexico. Police say a semi-truck's tire blew out, launching the truck into oncoming traffic, slamming head-on into this Greyhound bus. A third car left mangled on the side of the highway. One witness explaining the chaos over the phone.
It was a disaster. You could tell that people were distressed. Screams were coming from the bus, which is horrible.
The bus was going to Phoenix en route to Los Angeles and scheduled to make a stop in Indio.
When you mentioned Gallup, New Mexico, I thought, well, something happened in Gallup, wow.
Miguel Ramirez used to live near Gallup, taking the same route this bus was on several times before.
It happens a lot in the I-40. A lot of semis do have a lot of accidents in between Gallup and Albuquerque, but never think of an accident that bad on a Greyhound bus.
Others at the Greyhound stop in Indio sharing their concerns.
There's always a risk when you're driving. I do have to look at my safety for my kids, and since I have taken my kids on the bus, it is a really big concern.
People sending well wishes to those involved.
I pray for their families and hope that they get a recovery, and I'm sorry to hear about that, and that's a tragic.
It's going to take investigators quite a while to go through and actually identify who was sitting where and who were the drivers and who were the passengers.
I know not everybody in that bus is doing okay. When they arrive here tonight, if they do get here tonight, they're not going to be happy, scared, wondering if they should go back home on the Greyhound or not.
And like that officer said, it has not been identified who exactly was on the bus. We do know that the bus was headed towards Los Angeles and was going to stop here. We don't know if any of those passengers were from the Coachella Valley. There is a hotline for anyone who wants more information, anyone who maybe thinks that one of their loved ones was a passenger. You can find those numbers on our website, along with a full statement from Greyhound. Reporting live in Indio, I'm Lauren Coronado.
Lauren, thank you. We're learning more about the man whose body was found in Joshua Tree National Park and his relationship to the 2 people charged with his murder. Detectives located the body of 54-year-old Henry Stang of Murrieta on June 2nd in a shallow grave. According to his sister, Stang, a ham radio personality, was dating one of 2 suspects arrested in his murder. Officials suspect that 27-year-old Ashley Stapp and 29-year Palms Marine Curtis Kruger killed him earlier this year. The pair were arrested for investigation of conspiracy and for the murder of Stang. Bail is set at $1 million apiece. They are set to be arraigned tomorrow in Murrieta. And tonight, Newsweek magazine is reporting a number of 29 Palms Marines who are students at the Marine Corps Communication Electronics School are allegedly involved in a drug ring involving close to 100 students. Military sources told Newsweek that a Marine used Venmo, the mobile payment service owned by PayPal, to exchange payments for Sour Patch Kids candy laced with LSD and heroin. We're expecting to get a statement from the Training Command Center regarding these allegations on Tuesday. Stay with News Channel 3 on the air and online as we continue to dig for more information.
Cathedral City Police are releasing new video in hopes of finding a suspect in connection with the shooting death of a well-known martial arts instructor here in the Valley back in March. Police say this video shows a suspect getting out of a vehicle and walking up to the home of the victim, Ramon Diaz, on Whispering Palms Trail. The suspect is also seen running from Diaz's home and then driving away. Diaz's death shook the local martial arts community. If you have any information on who the person is in the video, call Cathedral City Police.
A pedestrian is dead tonight after being hit by a car this afternoon in Indio. Police say it happened at Avenue 48 and Madison Street around 3:30 this afternoon. The westbound lanes of Avenue 48 were closed while police investigated. No word on the person's identity or the cause of the crash. Stay with News Channel 3 for any new development.
So far, so good this week as far as our weather goes for late August. First Alert meteorologist Patrick Evans in for Haley Clausen, tracking your conditions.
Well, it's a little breezy out there, particularly here in Thousand Palms and up in Desert Hot Springs. Otherwise, winds have laid down pretty nicely. Indio picking up actually stronger breezes. Out of right now, predominantly the northwest, but we're seeing just a little bit still at the east end of the valley, southeasterly flow. So that's going to change up how things feel a little bit, but generally very dry, lots of clear skies. It was a beautiful day, and we've got more of that to come as we head into the weekend. Today we picked up a high of 108. Now we're down to 93 degrees. We were 3 degrees above average. We're also slower to cool off tonight. That number is a little warmer than we were last night by 1 degree, but a little bit warmer. 119 the record for the date. Humidity-wise, well, it's still pretty dry out there. 20s and teens, so the atmosphere feels pretty nice. The breeze is helping. As we head into the weekend, you're going to find lots of great places to go if you're traveling over toward the coast. Upper 70s. If you're traveling up to Idlewild or Big Bear, you're going to find mid and upper 70s. Overnight lows, though, in the mountains will be down in the 40s with mostly sunny skies. So a great travel weekend, but a great weekend to be here. And you'll see that in my First Alert forecast in a few minutes.
Thanks, Patrick. A repeal of California's gas tax is sure to be a hot-button issue on this November's ballot.
Next on News Channel 3, how some local leaders are joining forces to oppose Proposition 6.
And some people are boycotting In-N-Out after the burger chain donated money to the Republican Party here in California. You're watching KESQ, the Desert's news leader. Firefighters, construction workers, and engineers joined local leaders in Cathedral City today to voice their opposition to Proposition 6, the repeal of the state's gas tax. No on Prop 6 rally organizers voiced safety concerns for roads and bridges. If passed, more than 6,000 statewide transportation projects currently underway or planned to get done will be eliminated. 600 of those projects are taking place right here in the Coachella Valley and Inland Empire. If funding were to be cut, organizers say it could be risky.
I think it's important to vote no because I want our roads and bridges funded. In this county, in this country, the infrastructure is falling apart. People are conned into thinking that paying taxes is bad for them. Actually, paying taxes for infrastructure, for schools, for these kinds of programs is good for all of us.
To learn more about both sides on Proposition 6, visit our website, KESQ.com.
Some residents in India are upset tonight over discolored, smelly water they say is coming out of their faucets. Dozens of people posted photos online and called into our newsroom. Take a look at some of the images. People filling their sinks, tubs, even a pitcher with that brownish water. Residents in the area say it's been this way for more than a day. They say they were told by the Water Authority that the water is still safe to use and drink.
It just does not feel right. It has a really, really strong metallic smell. It's super brown, and I actually noticed some like dirty rust particles in the water as well.
The water company said it would go away and it was good to drink, but I don't drink brown water.
Probably a good policy. The India Water Authority issued a statement saying the discoloration was caused by sediment kicking up when they reactivated a nearby well. And after flushing out their system, they say the problem is now resolved.
A proposed boycott against fast food restaurant In-N-Out after it was discovered the chain donated to California's Republican Party. In-N-Out Burger reportedly donated $25,000 to California's Republicans on Monday. Now some people are talking about a boycott. Others do not have a problem with the donation.
Personally, I don't have any problem with that, so that's fine.
You still gonna eat it In-N-Out?
Yeah, I like In-N-Out.
You should be able to support whoever you want to support. It's a free country, and that's where we live, so I'm okay with that.
In-N-Out issued a statement saying it has donated equal amounts to both parties in California this year, saying, quote, "We believe that bipartisan support is a fair and consistent approach that best serves the interests of our company and all of its customers."
Memorial services for Senator John McCain are now continuing in the nation's capital.
He could not stand the abuse of power. To paraphrase Shakespeare, we shall not see his like again.
Next on News Channel 3, how the late senator is being remembered by more than politicians.
Clear skies and light breezes across the valley tonight. Our forecast has temperatures staying pretty close to seasonal normals, which is very nice for this time of year as we kick off the month of September. I've got your Labor Day weekend forecast coming up in just moments here on KESQ News Channel 3.
Senator John McCain's body is now back in Washington, D.C. tonight after a memorial service today in Phoenix. As Elizabeth Herr reports, the tributes and services for the senator are now moving to the nation's capital.
Senator John McCain arriving at Joint Base Andrews to a solemn ceremony by a military honor guard. Defense Secretary James Mattis also on the ground paying tribute with the McCain family. This marking the senator's final journey to Washington after leaving Arizona, his adopted home state. Amazing grace. Where earlier in the day,
I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race.
Family and friends.
I'm black. He was white. I'm young. He wasn't so young. He celebrated differences.
Honored the sixth-term senator for his values in life.
And he could not stand the abuse of power.
While Vice President and his close friend Joe Biden praised McCain for his patriotism.
He believed in the American people. To paraphrase Shakespeare, we shall not see his like again.
And the moving memorial service.
I did it my way.
Coming to a close with Frank Sinatra's My Way music McCain chose himself. McCain's body will now lie in state at the U.S. Capitol tomorrow, which will be open to the public following a ceremony where Vice President Pence is scheduled to speak. Elizabeth Herr, ABC News, Washington.
Now, first alert weather.
Clear skies out there tonight. Good evening. I'm meteorologist Patrick Evans from CBS Local 2. Chief on that side, Haley Clausen has the night off, but she'll be back tomorrow. We are looking at what will be a very nice stretch of days as we head into the weekend. A little bit of cloud cover up from Los Angeles stretching over to Barstow. So if you're traveling along the 15 over toward Vegas, you'll find some partly cloudy skies. Otherwise, here at home, mostly clear, pleasant, breezy. The breezes are going to kick up over the next couple of days. High pressure building in slowly, but will start to ebb on Saturday and Sunday. And when the high moves off to the east just a little bit, we'll see more of an onshore push. So the winds will kick up, particularly in the afternoon and evening. So we're going to be set for that. Dew points right now in the 40s and low 50s. So the atmosphere is pretty dry, feels comfortable out there. It's going to stay that way. Tomorrow in the early part of the day, you might notice just a touch of humidity, but these numbers go down very rapidly. Our dew points plummet. Look at this, 9 a.m., 38-degree dew point. You can use the evaporative coolers, no worries, but it also is a good indicator of just how dry the atmosphere is, how much better it feels than it did just about a week and a half ago. The winds have been predominantly out of the northwest, and you can see that tonight from Palm Springs through Thousand Palms and Desert Hot Springs, really even all the way down toward Thermal, where the winds are out of the northwest at 7 miles per hour. All of that equals drier air and slightly cooler numbers. So I think tomorrow we may not quite make it to 108 degrees as we did today. Modestly cooler. 77 for the overnight low. The winds will be reasonably light. They'll back off as we move past midnight. This is your day planner for your Friday, and plan on a great day. 82 in the morning, very comfortable. Mostly sunny skies, 101 in the afternoon, at noon, and then 106 for our daytime high. That's 2 degrees cooler than this afternoon. 7-day looks marvelous. We're going to see numbers very close to our seasonal normals. That's 105. Look what happens on Sunday and Labor Day Monday. We're going to be around 104 degrees, so that's going to be slightly below average. We'll still see those northwesterly winds. Clear skies all the way through the period. Overnight lows in the mid-70s. You're darn near going to have to grab a sweater because it's going to be very comfortable as we move on into the beginning of September. So that's the way the forecast is shaking out tonight. Let's go back over to the anchor desk.
Looks very nice going into the next month.
Absolutely. A homeless woman reportedly killed while a crew cleared out a homeless encampment.
Next on News Channel 3, why the woman's friends say the crew did not follow procedures. You're watching KESQ, the Desert's news leader.
Friends say a homeless woman was killed by heavy equipment earlier this month when a homeless encampment was cleared out by state crews in Modesto. Joe Khalil has more.
It's pretty routine for Caltrans crews to clear entire homeless camps from this area along Highway 99 in Modesto. What's unusual is someone dying in the process.
That morning, yeah.
You saw her alive?
Well, I saw her sleeping.
This man didn't want to be identified, but told us a woman he knew named Shannon was brutally killed in early August as a Caltrans front loader came through to clear the camp. Homeless himself, the man says crews usually do a walkthrough to make sure no one's inside living spaces before vehicles drive through, which Fox 40 confirmed to be true with a Caltrans union rep.
Usually, yeah, you've got 10 people on foot and a tractor and a couple of trucks.
And it was this embankment that many people who live in these homeless encampments say Shannon was living in with her boyfriend when this accident happened. They say that she was sleeping in a cardboard box. Many of them described a gruesome scene. Some saw the aftermath of what they say was a vehicle running over her body.
Parking lot size mess in the ground, on the grass.
But when you say mess, you mean like her body?
It's smashed.
The details of that situation are still under investigation by Fresno CHP, and we're not providing any interviews right now.
This Caltrans public affairs representative wouldn't answer any questions about the death.
When it comes to cleaning up these homeless camps, is there a protocol that workers are supposed to follow when that happens?
Yeah, there is, okay. And I could get you the details on it and send it to you.
Where can we find that?
But she never sent us that information.
That was Joe Khalil reporting.
A property owner in Palm Springs is raising safety concerns over blight now that a number of controversial trees have been removed. This comes 3 months after Tamara's trees were removed in the Crossley Track neighborhood. Now the woman says her tenant's view is the blight from a backyard with appliances and other items left outside. It's all visible from her unit in the Mountain Shadows community at the Tockwitz Creek Golf Resort.
There are children that play here on the golf course, and for a child to go inside of an appliance that's not safe.
The city says they're addressing the concerns of her community, and they're scheduling free weekend cleanups for property owners in the Crossley Track. Most of the homeowners have complied. The trees were removed in May after some residents argued they were planted years ago to block the views of the historically black neighborhood from the golf course.
The Palm Springs Walk of Stars nomination deadline is tomorrow for 2018-19 selections. This will be determined by new criteria to tighten up the requirements for applicants. Those looking to apply may do so under 7 categories, including humanitarian, entertainment, and sports. There are more than 400 stars on display in downtown Palm Springs. Well, coming up in sports, the Dodgers and Diamondbacks start a key divisional series in L.A.
Plus some Thursday night football for you. 2 local teams in action tonight. Highlights are coming up. You're watching KESQ, the Desert's news leader.
This is the best local sports show with sports director Blake Arthur.
We have high school football on a Thursday night leading the show. Usually the games are played on Friday night, but due to a lack of referees, games have to be played on Thursday and or Saturday. Tonight, we had 2 local teams in action. Just a beautiful night in our desert for some football. Rancho Mirage on the short week hosting Colton. Rocking the home gray uniforms are the Rattlers. First drive for them, Emmanuel Sanchez. Emmanuel means God with us. Sanchez with some God-given talent, shifty and slippery run. He'd finish the drive with a touchdown. More Rancho, 4th and goal. In Talley, they trust. David Talley, quarterback, punches it in. It's 17-0 Rattlers. But here comes Colton. They like that wing tee, old school look. Brennan Ramos hits the hole, and he gone. 45-yard scamper for 6. It was the only touchdown of the game for Colton. And after Rancho gave up that touchdown, their D coordinator was not happy. I guess he wanted the shutout. But here's Rancho opening up the playbook. Tally to Alejandro Zamora. Big game for the first down to set up this touchdown by, well, guess who? Take a guess. You know who it is. It's Tally. Kid's a stud. Rancho rolls 38-6 the final. The Rattlers are 3-0 to start the season. They look good, and they know how to celebrate a win. Nice win for LD and his team. Indio also in action tonight, hosting Brawley. They're a powerhouse on the California-Arizona border. Big boys up front for Brawley. They went to work early. Michael Moreno gets the rock, and he's a tough man to bring down. Big fella toting it all the way to the house, 7-0 Brawley. But Indio kept fighting. Senior quarterback Abacan Martinez leading his team down the field. Nice pitch and catch to Matthew Cruz for the first down. The Rajas actually got all the way to the goal line, but they call a pass on 4th down, and that's not going to work. Kind of like the Patriots and the Seahawks in the Super Bowl. You just got to run the football in those situations. This was a team that was shut out in their season opener despite the lack of points on the board. They had some bright spots. Cruz again there, but then Brawley. Look at this one-handed catch. Offense for them was in Cruz control. Great grab by Damian Reyes. Brawley buries Indio 56-zip. Rajas have been outscored 117-0 in their first 2 games. Yikes. How about some high school volleyball? La Quinta won a tournament in Hemet over the weekend. Nice win Tuesday over Redlands, but they ran into a very good Sultana team tonight. Blackhawks down 2-0, but showed some fight. Kylia Hawkins giving LQ some momentum, and then their captain, Hallie Carter. Kill for her. Blackhawks led much of that 3rd set, but Sultana just too good as they sweep La Quinta. Finish with some baseball. The start of a pivotal series for the Dodgers with the rival Diamondbacks. Coming into tonight, LA was behind Arizona by 1 game in the National League West. And I am told by my producer, Kevin Davison, does a fine job for us, that we do have highlights. There they are. David Peralta, 3-run homer in the 5th. That's off Rich Hill, gave the Snakes a 3-0 lead. 26 of the year for Peralta. Rich Hill was actually pretty solid in this game. He had 7 strikeouts in 5 innings. Manny Machado would have hit a home run in the 6th inning to make it 3-1, but that's it and that's all. Dodgers lose 3-1 the final. They now trail Arizona by 2 games in the division. That's it for sports. News continues after the break. You're watching the Deserts News Leader.
Finally tonight at 11, check out this seal's ridiculously cute encounter with a butterfly at the Oregon Zoo. The adorable meet and greet was captured by the zoo's dive safety officer, Micah Reese. Kaya is 3-year-old Pacific Arbor seal who lived at the zoo since 2015. As you can see, she's very, very friendly and just swiping at the butterfly.
Playful, yeah. Why don't you, hey, come inside. Come in for a dip here.
Ah, needs a little friend there. Well, thank you for making News Channel 3 your choice for news.
Jimmy Kimmel Live up next. Have a great night.